Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 271. So we'll see how it goes. Google looks like they've done some changes again. Seems to be running a bit better actually. We'll see how it goes. So. Let me know if the audio sounds okay there, Susan. Hey, Chemical, how's it going? Giddy. Cool, thanks. Down in the basement. Hello. Hello. Good to be back. Annie. That's one of the best phrases ever. I'll be back. I see they vandalized his statue, is what I've heard recently. Painted his hands red to represent blood. Not sure what Arnie has actually done. But I'm sure the protesters don't know what statues they are defacing. And, no, it's the whole thing's been sabotaged, really. Mr. T gave them what they wanted. Didn't he? No chokeholds, so they got what they wanted, so why are they protesting still? Yeah, so everyone's probably sick of hearing about the protests and people donating to a certain group. I know I am, and I'm in New Zealand. It's on our TV at the moment in the lounge. Actually, I think they're waiting for President's speech to come on and see how it's going to go. Everybody's crazy in the world at the moment. So who we got out there? Charles is with us. I was meaning to do one in the week, but I got sick. I had this gastro bug, which wasn't nice at all. And then I started looking at alternative YouTubes out there. So I'll talk about that today, hopefully. Who's sick? I don't know, there's all sorts of bugs going around at the moment. So I think it's our water supply. They only clean it out with UV lights, but I think occasionally that's not good enough. I read some reports online, because I'm always doing research on things, that one particular scientist said it really should be 2 chlorinization or something like that added to it, because it's putting people's health at risk. Most of the time it might be okay, but it just takes that one mouthful of bad bugs and it brings you down. So yeah, better type up the welcome message, I suppose. Yeah, it's morning, so got to get my brain into gear. Haven't really slept very well, actually. Slept like a log yesterday. Couldn't get out of bed. Today, always before a live stream, I think I got lots going through my head, what I'm going to talk about. And so you don't sleep very well. $271. I was going to cut and paste the topics, but see how I go. I think I got a rough idea. So we're just doing Saturday UFO topics and video vid analysis. Oh, I got a X instead of a C there. Walk is on. Sounds Russian. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, should really have filters on all the taps, really, for water nowadays. You never know if someone adds stuff in after it's been filtered, right? I know the workmen have been working on the roads up the road there and burst some pipes because we lost water a few times. So maybe that's where it's got into the system. When that happens, normally do a chlorination flush where the water tastes like crap again. Comes from deep underground. South Island's full of aqueducts and things. We're actually on a big riverbed here anyway. So yeah. New Zealand is probably the safest place in the world, really. We got no nuclear. We got clean water. We got rivers. We got lakes everywhere. Although a lot of tourists have brought in junk. They polluted the streams with some weed stuff, which is toxic. So that's now a problem. People didn't clean off the lures before coming to New Zealand to fish. This is always the case, and now we've got bees being attacked by mites because someone brought in some honey from China or somewhere like that, had mites on it, and discarded it outside, and of course now it's everywhere in New Zealand. So this is why we have border control and have all those rules when they come into the country. So yeah, people just don't care, you know. And you can see that happening in America right now with all the craziness that's going down. So yeah, New Zealand could be ruined, but we're the country that's like had 20 days of zero corona. Whoops, that's a banned word, isn't it? C19 cases. It's too late anyway. If you haven't been watching my stats lately, YouTube's just killed me right off. I was getting like 30 views a day, 40 views a day, out of 500 plus videos. You can't tell me that they not suppressed my channel. It's just stupid. So I've been looking at other alternatives, because eventually YouTube's going to become a backup channel. Because they've screwed us over for too long now, the creators, and they got payback coming to them, I think. Better not say that too loud, they might kill the live stream here. But yeah, their day's coming. Like every dog. Every day has his dog. Every day. Every dog has his day. Got it backwards, didn't I? Hey, it keeps it funny. We're in New Zealand, so we're in reverse order anyway. It's full of humans that are toxic. That's what I class. We got good humans and we got bad humans, basically. And we got psychopaths and crazy humans. Sometimes I wish that we did have space travel so we can get into another planet and get away from this crazy world. It'll probably happen someday, but all the crazies will then be spread through the universe, so what can you do then? maybe we could leave all the religious people on Earth and the rest of us get out into space and actually use science and critical thinking and prove that aliens exist out there. And just leave the religious people into their own world, that they're only people alive in the universe and there's no such thing as aliens or UFOs, because that's what they want. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I could rant. I could rant today. I could rant about lots of things. I suppose I should start the show anyway. Warp drive and we come and assist you. Yeah, so you got to be careful though of springs and stuff. I don't know. You can't beat distilling water. That's always the safest. So you see the amount of chemicals that come at the bottom of the water thing. You have to scrape it off, else it tends to change the thermistor, which automatically turns off the boiler, and it all goes wrong. So you got decalcium. Most of it's calcium. You got decalcium it. It's got a word for it anyway. I can't remember. So yeah, today we're going to talk about more neuro-linguistic programming. How we can actually spot liars. Pulling one over ourselves here. So when someone's lying, they look, if they're right-handed, this is based on right-handed, most people are right-handed. There's very few that are not. Normally you can tell if someone's more right-handed than left-handed, because they use the right hand more for picking up stuff and controlling stuff. But yeah, lying is when they look up to the right and construct things to the left. So you can see it's in that circle there. And over this side is when they're doing memory recall on the left side. Remembering, constructing. So that brings us to the thing that was done here with UFOproof. Now, we've talked about UFOproof a few times, his criminal record in Indiana, and also his low-life thing of stealing from Make-A-Wish Foundation with his fake cancer. And yet he seems to have all these followers that seem to think he's great. A great specimen of human. So yeah, we just want to play a bit of this and we'll do some body analysis on it using that chart. And yeah, before I start, I'll just give a summary of basically his story. He's got this little thing set up on the roof, like a platform, I guess. And he claimed he had all the tools for UFO hunting up there. And one day he sees an owl fly into a tree. And apparently part of his UFO kit is a BB gun. So he ends up shooting the owl, the bird, and it flies off. And then out of the thin air comes this sphere orb. It just decloaks in front of him. And instead of grabbing a video camera or a camera on his kit that he's meant to have on the roof and film it for proof, he reckons it controlled his mind. Of course, it wouldn't have been drugs or weed or anything like that was affecting him, of course. But yeah, managed to infiltrate his mind, and somehow he managed to let go and run inside and tell his family to come outside to see the UFO. And his brother and him ran out in the street. His brother was in his underwear or something. I'm not sure what he was up to. Was it his brother or was it his cousin? Anyway, we might be able to cover it a wee bit better. And then it was like 4th of July or something, and they were letting off fireworks to neighbours, and they were all out in the front lawns or something, and he was saying, "Look, UFO," and it was drifting up into the sky and disappeared. So yeah, that's basically it. And I thought, yeah, not much of a UFO story. It sounds a wee bit suspect to me. Where's all the witnesses from all that event? And then I did a search online and actually found he had actually been in a documentary telling the story. And I thought, bingo, this is what it's about, money making. So if you type in his name, Carl, and Kingman UFO movie database, you can find them listed. And there you go, Aliens in Kingman, which is in Arizona, where his parents live. And currently he's there as well, again. And you see his name is in the list here somewhere. There it is there. 2014, I guess that was just before he made his UFO channel. Documentary, reckons it's short history. I reckon it's 22 minutes long. You can probably find it online somewhere still. Does it say if it was sold or not? I see it's listed as sci-fi here rather than documentary. It doesn't say much. So who entered that? I don't know. Probably the producer or him. But yeah, I see someone stuck a review on it. Where is it? It's there somewhere. Yeah. And I'll let you go and read that if you want to. A BB gun, I suppose you call that a pellet gun, yeah. Aliens in Kingman. I wonder if they're illegal aliens, because that makes more sense. Or criminal aliens. So we won't speed too long on it, but we'll just go over it. Because I don't believe the story one iota, and I'll just talk about why I think so. Just beware, there's more F words than there are A words. There's nothing I can do about that. There's no way of auto beeping it, which really YouTube really need for this guy. It's disgusting. Okay. I'll just skim through that rubbish.
So we have you on the show to discuss your experience.
Unfortunately, we got the silly window, which makes it a wee bit harder to analyze the body language. And I hate colorless videos as well. I don't know about you, but I grew up with black and white and single color TVs, and it wasn't very nice. But you can see here he's obviously living in a trailer park, because that looks like what we call a caravan. It's not his house anymore. As someone said on the side there, that him and his new girlfriend that he had a baby with have split, and she's gone off to Oregon, and he's still in Kingman with his dad, I guess, but living separate.
experience. So,
Sure, absolutely.
and there's more than
Where
one.
you want me to? All right.
I want
So,
you to start with the one you feel like you need to start with.
the black sphere, because that's not my first encounter, but it's one of the closest encounters that I've ever had. So, it's one of my, and when it happened, I have other witnesses with me and stuff. It's like my go.
Okay, so just remember the body language here. Just really, the eyes really give away a lot of stuff. You can see when someone's telling the truth and when someone's all over the place. Tyler's the same. This guy is the same ballpark as well.
Go-to fucking experience,
We'll start from there then.
All right. So it was July 3rd of 2011. And
so straight away he's looking over construction. He's trying to think of how to tell the story.
And it's about 5:45 in the afternoon or something like that. During the whole...
So you look left, right there. I mean left there for a second, obviously retrieving some facts. Now he's looking downwards, which is emotional.
4th of July, like the first 4 days of July in Indiana, people start lighting off fireworks.
So he's looking to the right again because he's constructing a story.
You don't just wait until the 4th to see fireworks. So it was July 3rd, and I'm out on my roof watching fireworks, but I have on my UFO hunting gear. Now, I'd already
still looking to the right there.
Had a few UFO sightings, but I wasn't too sure about what was going on. But I started buying equipment, and I built a UFO hunting platform on my roof.
Okay, so that part's correct. He built a platform because he's looking to the left, which means memory recall, and he's looking upwards. So he's thinking about the platform that he built. So we can prove that's true because the body language is starting to fit together, right?
And so I'm up there.
And it's also on Google Earth, as Alien Edit here has shown.
And I got lasers and cameras and all this stuff. And there's something that happened before my sighting. And I never even thought about it until just years later. It just never popped up. But
so why is he always looking over to the construct side? Why is he not looking straight at the camera?
Out of an owl.
Now, he didn't actually look to the memory recall there when he's talking about the bird.
Landed on this tree that was like...
So look at that, straight away looking up on the right, upwards.
10 feet from me, that's hanging over my roof. And this fucking owl's just staring at me, and I was like,
So he was looking back and forth there very quickly. So he was retrieving some facts there about the tree, and then he's thinking about how he's going to tell the owl story.
I was afraid of the owl, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Because it was like 10 feet, it was like this fucking owl just sitting there. I was like, oh shit, dude. And
so he was retrieving some information here. So what's the next bit?
I had a BB gun with me. And
okay, so he had a BB gun, so that's truthful.
I was just like, fuck it. And I was like, pop, just scare him.
So that's truthful because he's still doing memory recall
and he
there.
didn't fucking move. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I missed. So I went to shoot. I shot him. I did shoot him. I fucking aimed. I was like,
see, that's true. He shot the BB gun. What he shot is in question here.
And he didn't move. And I was like, okay, so maybe I missed. It's an owl.
Are they endangered or something?
It scared me, dude. Okay, what do you fucking want? I didn't trust the motherfucker, dude. It was looking at me all crazy, and I was like, this bird's gonna fucking attack me or some shit. Like, it's a fucking... An owl is a predator bird. Fucking is a badass, and I was afraid. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and so I shot him, but it didn't do anything. And so
Good.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just
So why does he keep looking over the construct side if he's talking about this?
missed him. So now I fucking take like dead aim on him and pop, and he doesn't move. And I'm like, I got full CO2 and BBs. I got full CO2 cartridge and BBs in my gun. And so I have a laser, a high powered green laser on it. And I turn the laser on and I'm beaming the owl that's only 10 feet from me. I'm beaming him with the laser. So I got him dead locked on. And I unload the fucking the BB gun. I'm like, pop, 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 pop. And they don't fucking move. It's just sitting there. I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, all right, dude, I guess we're partners now or something. You know, I was like, all right, here we go, dude.
I wish we had
And it
full
fucking was like,
screen
"Ah,"
on it.
and fucking just flew away, dude. Scared the crap out of me. You know, but that's what I was worried of it doing in the first place, you know. But I don't know
So you retrieved some information there.
what it has to do with the UFO, but I didn't even think about it till years later. I'm like, you know what? I unloaded on this fucking bird, and
Okay, so he's looking for memory recall going.
nothing happened. It didn't do anything. Now I don't know how I could have possibly missed. I'm telling you, this big fucking owl is 10 feet
Okay, so why is he looking on the construct side again, talking about the owl?
from me, and I'm fucking got him targeted with a high-powered green laser. You know, I'm like, how could I possibly have missed? But it didn't do anything. It didn't phase him. And then,
Have you ever seen the fourth
Okay, so now he's looking up feelings.
kind?
yes, I have. And that's the thing. You know, it wasn't until I saw the fourth kind that I was like, you know what? That fucking crazy ass owl was there, and
Was it that movie that first was mentioned about owls? I thought it was mentioned LBRY, wasn't it? First mentioned it. And it was in some of the abduction accounts where they see alien, instead of seeing alien greys, the kids would see a giant owl in the bedroom. So yeah, he would have known about those stories, because if I know about it, he would have known about it. And he's probably read all the UFO books out there, so it's very suspect. And I think this is why Alien Addicts brought it up, thinking the same thing, I think. So you believe in this story so far out there? Yeah, yeah, I'm not allowed to shoot them here either. Dangers in species. It's a shame it didn't pick him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What you should have done is videotaped it, because owls are pretty rare to see, really. Especially, obviously, it was not even at night time, right? It was near in the must have been in the early evening, right? Would have been like just after sunset for letting off fireworks for 4th of July, I suppose. He hasn't mentioned, what time did he mention? Did he mention any time? I don't remember if he mentioned time. He said something, didn't he, about time? Probably have to check that again. What time did he say? Do you remember? 4 p.m. I'm not sure if we can get up close captions. Sometimes you can search it that way. I know I should go over it a second time, because I don't believe his story, so I never really pay much attention to all the details, right? It's not like we're hearing from a Top Gun pilot, that's credible, or a police cop. Let's see. Has it got time? We're at 8:53 there. A long time. Probably didn't even mention time. Well, it's gone past it. Time. PM. Oh, we got PM. Nope. Equipment. Maybe didn't mention time. Afternoon. Oh, here we go. 5:18. He did mention. 5:45. What did I say? 4 p.m. 6 p.m. So just as the sun's going down. So he did mention it. 3rd of July. So it wasn't even the 4th of July. So letting off fireworks a day early is probably illegal, isn't it? Anyway, that solved that question. We'll just keep on going.
Shot his ass and he didn't. And I was like, and I didn't even think about that incident happening because the UFO sighting just overshadowed that other strange event. You know, hey,
He's got his baby with him down on the floor or something. Once he sorts the baby out, he looks more better at the camera, and we can analyze him a wee bit better.
Going. It kind of overshadowed that owl event, you know. So it's like I never even thought about it, and then I saw the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, you know. I'm like, that's kind of interesting, but
So was he grabbing water and drink?
So now I'm sitting there, and I'm.
Oh, yeah, so he's looking downwards. That's normally feelings. Let's have a look at that chart going. So when you look down here, what's it say there? The writing's a bit hard on me. Access and feeling, which sounds about right. And looking down that way, Latin for digits, digitus. Fingers, counting, using one's fingers. Okay, so we'll keep our eye on that. What happened there? Stuffed it up. Clicked on the wrong place.
Made of metal.
Yeah. We'll get back to where we were.
A black 4-foot sphere. Okay, maybe 4.
Oh, damn. He's got off screen when he's talking about the sphere, which is a bit unfortunate.
And I didn't even think about that incident happening because the UFO sighting just overshadowed that other strange event. You know, hey, you get out of there, whatever you're doing. It kind of overshadowed that owl event. You know, so it's like I never even thought about it, and then I saw the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, you know. I'm like, that's kind of interesting, but
that's where we got to.
So now I'm sitting there and I'm watching fireworks go off.
That's pretty early in the evening for fireworks, though.
And I'm telling you, dude, on my
okay, so he's accessing feelings.
Fucking life.
But he's starting to look up right again.
Black 4-foot sphere. Okay, maybe 4, you know, yeah, about 4 feet in diameter. I mean.
Come on, make the window bigger.
No, you can't play bass. Just wants to play my bass, right? But this 4-foot black sphere literally comes out of nothing, and I'm talking, it looked like a ball coming through a blue wall, like a wall made out of the sky. And just like it fucking like it just, you could just see it just go like right there. And I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like seen it happen, and then I'm like, what the fuck? And it put me in shock.
Was this in front of the owl? Is
No,
this where the owl was?
I'm still in the same position. Okay, so where I saw the owl was on the left side of me, and the
Why is he looking up?
UFO appeared out in this fucking direction. So it's basically,
See, is he constructing there, or is he just trying to show where it was with his body language? So that makes it a bit more tricky here.
basically in front of me, but off to the right a little bit. Okay, so owl was over here, and he already flew away, and now the UFO.
So he keeps looking up where the construction is, you know, up there. I suppose if you're faking a UFO account, you'd be looking up there, thinking, how am I going to tell the story?
Over here. And so, it starts coming towards me, and you know, it didn't bother me in the least that it was coming towards me. Like, I don't know why. You would think it would be kind of freaky, but I was like, I just like, you just kind of like expect it.
See, why does he keep looking on the construction side?
I was just like, okay.
And he's looking upwards.
Like, it was so
Look.
close that I'm like, it's going to, like, it looked like it was there for me. Like, it was just like, hey, what?
So a quick look left, a quick look right there, as well as looked right upwards. And as we know, means construct. Constructing sounds never before heard, and that one slightly angled upwards. Construction visual images. So when he's explaining the black orbs, he's always looking in that direction. Perhaps I could close that down now. Yeah.
What's up? And it came right over top.
See, look. Construction.
Top of me. And it's just sitting there spinning. And so I'm sitting there staring at this thing. And it's a black sphere.
Now look at that, straight to the right again.
Made of metal.
How do you know it was made out of metal?
It's this black sphere made of metal, and it.
Now sometimes he might be looking at the kid, but then you'd be looking down on the floor, wouldn't you? Wouldn't be looking upwards, right? So you can't say, oh, it's because the kid was in the trailer.
Kyle, how do you know it was made out of metal?
What's up?
How do you know it was made out of metal?
It looked like metal. I don't know it was made out of metal. I didn't.
Constructing.
But it looked like a piece of metal does in the sun. It didn't look like a plastic.
Constructing.
Or it didn't look like, you know, like.
So construction.
Like, that's the best way to describe it. I don't know if it was metal.
Can't look straight if he tried to.
And it wasn't. It was like even kind of like just dark, like dingy. You know, it didn't look like special fucking alien black metal. It just looked like just black metal, like, you know, like fucking kind of.
Look, constructing. Yeah, kind of look like this. Yeah.
Like stovepipe metal or something, man. Or gun black metal. And
was it?
It had nothing on it. It was perfectly spherical. And it had these.
Okay, so now he's retrieving some facts here. Look, he's looking to the other direction.
Real thin lines that went from.
And now he's constructing. So what information was he retrieving and use it in construction story? He's trying to think of something similar, and then he's constructing the story from it.
From the bottom up to a center line that went around it. And I'm talking, you know, thinner than pencil thin. I'm talking super fucking thin. and there was maybe like 8 of them, you know.
Look at that one looking upwards
So
again.
they're spaced out kind of, you know, evenly around it, and it's just sitting there
I
spinning.
just don't believe this guy.
And I had lasers in my hand, and I had cameras.
Okay, so he was looking down the floor there for the baby.
I had video cameras. I had fucking regular disposable cameras. I had everything sitting right next to me.
He had cameras and he didn't get any pictures.
And it didn't even cross my fucking mind for.
Surely if you're a UFO hunter, wouldn't you have a video at least rolling? Just in case.
For a second to consider going in and trying to grab a camera. And the only reason that I just lucked out at the fact that I had a laser, and I wouldn't have even tried to use the laser, so it was already in my hand, and I'm basically, my fucking hand is on the button, ready to push it, period. It was already like that when the UFO appeared. And
look at that construction there. Hello, you.
it's like I wasn't even really thinking about it, and I just did it. I just, like, my hand just squeezed it, and I hit the UFO with the
There you go. Next part of the story.
laser that's directly above me. And as second I see the laser hit the UFO, all the thoughts in my head echoed, like, bah! Like they made this.
Okay, so he's thinking of sound, and he made a sound. See that? Construction to the right. I'll tell you what, that body language really works.
Like everything just kind of fucking like echoed around me, like all my thoughts did. Like I mean, like, it's, you know, just the way to describe it. I don't know how else to describe it. That's just what the sensation was like. And it did that, and it scared me.
Now you can see even on this one here, on his original storytelling episode, that he was looking to the construction side, even telling on there, even though it's not him talking at the moment.
And I let go of the laser. I was like, oh,
there he is,
my
looking
God,
upwards
you know, like,
again.
it freaked me out. And then I'm just sitting there staring at this thing.
I think he's checking on the baby there.
And it's stayed there for a couple more seconds, just spinning. And I'm telling
now he's looking quickly upwards.
this thing is literally 8 feet from me, okay? And, and I'm fucking, I'm like 6'1". So I'm telling you, if I stood up, I could have touched it. Okay? It was right fucking there. I mean, it was directly above me, this black fucking sphere. And so it starts floating away.
So what's he doing there? Kind of looks crazy looking, but I think he was retrieving some facts. Let's see. Starts floating away.
Right directly over where the fucking...
Okay, so he's thinking of the location of his house, where he's going to say where it's going to.
Owl was to disappear. Starts going over the tree.
Okay, so now he's looking that side. Talking about the tree. Now, wasn't the tree on the other side of him, though? On that platform? I have to go back to the picture.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta tell my sister and my brother-in-law, because I told my
brother-in-law it was. Sister and brother-in-law were there.
Fucking UFOs, and they want to see one, and so...
Okay, so you retrieved some information there from about his sister wanting to see a UFO.
So I jump off the roof and I run in through the bedroom, or through the window, then down the hall to the bedroom.
And then he's retrieving some
tell my brother and
feelings.
sister.
So this is all factual coming here. He did tell his brother and sister something.
I'm like, hey, the probe. I start yelling, the probe's back, the probe's back.
Yeah, so now he's constructing something here.
Because I had some other sightings of what I called probe UFOs.
Constructing.
And so my brother-in-law at the time, Dan, he's like, I want to see. Gets up. He's in his boxers, doesn't give a fuck. He's like, look, is it still outside? I'm like, well, it's floating away, I'm sure, dude. Because, I watched it start floating over the tree. I'm like...
Yeah, so he's retrieving some information here about his brother-in-law.
But I bet you if we run out to the street, we might be able to see it. He's like, fuck it, let's do it. So now we run down the hall.
Okay, so this happened. He was talking to his brother-in-law about a sighting.
Hallway, run down the stairs. All this time, I open up the front door, and as soon as we open up the front door, it's sitting in the driveway, just spinning. fucking my fucking brother-in-law said,
Okay, so he's constructing there, but also retrieving some information about spinning.
fuck, like he fucking flipped. He was like, oh fuck, dude, like it fucking shocked him. He was
So he retrieved some information there that his brother-in-law was shot.
not ready to see that at all. And it shocked me. Even I was like, oh my god, dude, like I knew I was going to run out there and see it, but I didn't think it would be in the driveway just spinning. And it's funny, I'm looking at the UFO like,
So why, if the UFO went this side of the house, why is he also looking over here? If he's talking about the sphere UFO, you'd think he'd be looking straight at the camera or upwards here still, which kind of still means that he's constructing, as far as I'm concerned. It's not because the UFO was always up in this direction. Is that because he's constructing a story?
you know, basically it's at my my 2 o'clock, and there's a family.
There you go, look, he's looking over to the data side, memory recall, talking about a family, so that's
like,
true.
Fucking 10 people in the street lighting off fireworks. Completely
Okay, so all that's true. They were letting off
fucking
fireworks.
oblivious, dude. And I'm just like, oh my god, like it was just blowing my mind.
Now he's constructing a wee bit.
That whole scene. I'm watching this, I'm seeing this thing spin, and these people are sitting there lighting off
Okay, so the people were letting off fireworks.
I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck? And so then I'm like, I want to walk up to it.
Okay, so he's accessing some feelings, although it doesn't say on the chart whether they're constructed or not. I suppose it could be a mixture.
And I start walking, and for a second, I thought like it was
Okay, so he's constructing again,
producing some kind of gravitational wave that was pushing me away.
Okay, so he's looking up right again, creating a visual story.
But it wasn't. It was my fucking brother-in-law. He's got the back of my shirt, and he's fucking pulling me. He's like, wait, stop. Like he's freaked out. He's like, don't. And I'm like,
okay, so this is factual because he did a quick look on this direction here about his brother-in-law grabbing him.
Don't worry, man. I'm like, just don't let me go. I start fucking walking towards it, and I notice as I take a step towards it, it starts moving backwards. But when I stop, it stopped. So it always stayed the same distance away from me. And I'm like, it's that. And once I realized that, it pissed me off. And I'm like, you motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to run to it. And I just fucking start going like this. And it just, not fast even, that's slow, out into the street. And it just starts going up at like a 30-degree angle. And I run out to the street. Dan runs out to the street. And we hear this little girl start saying, Daddy, is he in his boxers? And our neighbor's like, hey, Dan, what are you doing? You know, and Dan's like, dude, look. And
so you notice how he's always looking straight, and now he's looking at memory recall here. So the boxers thing seems to be legit.
He sees the fucking UFO, and so he's like,
okay, now he's constructing.
Kids, everybody, look at this, you know. And so the whole family sees it, and then Candace comes out and she sees it, you know, and she's like, oh my god, like all of us saw it, dude. Other people who were on the street saw it, you know, not just our neighbors.
So why hasn't he not got the neighbours on camera as witnesses? They're even taking some pictures of the neighbours outside after the event. You know, how you document things, right?
Like, everyone fucking sees it, this black sphere UFO. And I mean, like...
constructing.
It just started floating away.
So what I think is he... what I always suspected is that he was got a helium balloon, right? One of those big latex ones, black ones, and just released it outside with a wee bit of weight on it, so it slowly went upwards rather than went up quickly, and dived inside to bring his brother and sister out to see it and claim it was a UFO. That's what I think. So some of that was true, that they did see this thing get drifting upwards, right? But it wasn't a UFO because he was constructing that story. So I don't believe it. I just don't believe his story at all. The owl is just classic out of books, right? The sphere was also classic out of books. Yeah, I just don't believe it. I don't know if you guys believe it or not. But yeah, that's my gut feeling. Ah, Renee. No promoting. Who's in control on the side chat there? Because I don't want to deal with the side chat. Just make sure that they're abiding by the rules of the show. No self-promoting, no promoting frauds on the side chat, unless I allow it. So yeah, you haven't been watching what you've been saying on the side, obviously. But you reckon I should rubber stamp it, Susan? Let's see. Which one do you want to go for? That one there? So that's his whole story there anyway. So it's nonsense, liar, I reckon. So we could actually read when he was telling the truth, and so that means he must be right-handed. Liar. He's a fraud as well. Busted. Bullshit. He gets the whole shebang, as far as I'm concerned, and he's meant to be a UFO truther, right? So yeah, we'll move on from that anyway. And of course, I know a lot more about him that I'll probably reveal at some point, but we'll leave it at that. I'll give you a link to Alien Addict's show if you want to watch it, if you haven't seen it already. I don't normally plug channels that I suspect as players, that they play both sides, the debunkers as well as the frauds. Did that work? There we go. You can find it anyway if you do a search. Alright, so that's coming up. So yeah, I like the body language thing. The more and more you do it, the more and more you get able to work out if someone's lying to your face or not. Last time we used it was for secure teams that is under attack and blackmail by Lions Ground. So on to some more UFO bullshit, I guess. And NASA, I think, was the next bit, obviously. So this thing appeared on Facebook, and I thought, they're saying it's a UFO. So what do you think that is, guys? Have you heard about the story already? What do you reckon it is? It's not the Black Knight. I'll just minimize that again. It's amazing how time flies when you're looking at this stuff anyway. Even just talking to you. Yeah, but you say you're not interested, Charles, but that guy this weekend's probably made $1,000 begging money off people to try and get home, back to his home. But anyway, the thing is, most of his channel is always talking about him. It's not talking about UFOs, so I'm not sure why people find him interesting. Maybe they just like looking at his tats or something, I don't know. Anyway, so what's this object here? Is it an alien craft? It's kind of strange looking. See, it's a wee bit out of focus there. It doesn't look like it's man-made. So who thinks it's a satellite? Type 1. Who thinks it is a UFO? Alien craft? Type 2. Who thinks it's space debris? Type 3. What was the other options? 4. Something from SpaceX. Anyone voting? It looks like a video game. Man-made. I should have said CGI as well, shouldn't I? But it's on a NASA feed, so you can't say it's CGI. Unless you believe the idiots out there that the Earth is flat in space. We can't go into because we'll get hit by the glass dome that's above us. We're in a in a bubble, basically. Like one of those things you shake and it has a little snow come down. We're meant to be living in something like that, which is complete nonsense. And if you go right to the edge, there's a wall of snow all around us or something. I don't know, craziness. Anyway, it's similar to the Black Knight. It's actually man-made. It's actually a piece of what do you call it? Installation of something that fits inside wraps around and fits inside a satellite. I think it is. Let's have a quick look at the video. So who's this that's putting it out? Huge UFO hovering near International Space Station, June 2020. You may have seen it go around the web. But we'll just play what he's got here and then talk about it. Mute. So don't know if we can see it yet. What's this? Just gone past. It's the back of the space thing. Spaceman. Oh, here it is. Mixing in with the clouds. Does that look like it's on a cable? Is that a black line going up that way? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I can see a cable there, I think. And where's it connecting to? So does it look like a UFO watching the spaceman, guys? Of course, if this person did some research into it, some video analysis, I'm pretty sure you could be able to see the cable. So that's another hoax channel, and he's almost got as many subscribers as I have. And let's have a quick look at what other stuff he's got up there quickly. LUFOs, what's that stand for? Lion UFOs? Latest UFOs, no. So we got crop circles. We've got Fata Morgana. We got looking into the sun as in crop circles. UFOs over Tennessee. Crop circle, space. Crop circles. So this guy like says crop circles, which we know are all man-made, apart from the really basic round ones that you get occasionally, because people have owned up to them. We got the Tic Tac one. Is that the one with the helicopter? So it's probably a plane flying in the distance. or bug flying past. And what's that one? HP, how to fix HP. So he hasn't got much there, but he's got quite a lot of subs. 5 years ago. 2 months ago. So he started 5 years ago and then started pumping up a load of UFO videos. Let's have a quick look at this one here. Africa. This shape. And it looks like it's just a photograph, right? And we know when you get a photograph, it's normally a bird or a bug that flies past close to the camera. And that'll be a UFO, as we call it. Looks like it's a bug. We ain't gonna waste time on that. So, but you can see what that guy's got up there. So this is the Guardian talking about debris shield bag floats away from astronauts during International Space Station. Astronauts were halfway through their mission to prepare a docking port for upcoming commercial space taxi when they lost a bag of equipment. Okay, so let's see if there's a video here. I think there was, so right, it's up the top here. Let's have a look at their video from a different angle, which helps. So here's the bag. Look, you can see he's just biffed it off. Like his hands just let go of it. Okay, here's the other angle. Where's it gone to now? Off the corner. Drifting away slowly, but it's on a cable, isn't it? So they can pull it back in. Well, that's it, is it? Okay. I think that sort of clears it up completely. And obviously, it's not fake. We're not in a water tank here. We're not seeing bubbles or anything like that that people seem to claim. So yeah, not the best of angles, but there you go. Totally debunked. But I thought you might have seen that one before. So this is how Black Knight was started as well. I've covered that in the past. Space debris bag. But I think that one didn't get away here. I think they had it on a bit of cable. Okay, so Third Phase is next with some more space debris. Where did we get to on this? I think we looked at that one, obviously. SpaceX cuts feed. Too late. How many times have we heard that on Third Phase of the Moon? Hey look, he's promoting that fraud. And putting him next to Tesla of all people. How disgusting. And we got Mr. T. I think he did a speech about Roswell, didn't he, recently? So let's go to this one here. This is one I want to go to. Okay.
Releasing satellites, but did you just see what was captured when they cut the feed? Again, they're always cutting the feed at the moment something bizarre happens. Look, I'm
That's lies.
doing a little close-up. We're gonna add some brightness, contrast. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It's
No, Blake, no one can see what you see.
kind of hard to tell, but when you really
Oh,
add
look.
some brightness and contrast,
There it
you
comes.
get a closer look. You're gonna see something that
Okay, so what do you think at this time? 1, man-made. 2, space ice. 3, space debris. I suppose that comes under 1 too. It's man-made. 4, meteorite. 5, what else? UFO. So what do you think out there? What else could it be? Lens flare on the camera. Micrometeorite. What else haven't I said? Water droplets. Another spaceship. Satellite passing. But it can't be a satellite because we see it change direction, go away again. So what do you think on that one? Looks like Charles is onto it. How do we know if it's ice? It has that because ice forms from the exhaust fumes of SpaceX rockets, or all rockets really. But depending on what chemicals they're using, it can be carbohydrates as well. And the gas comes off and forms, the gas and liquid forms into ice chunks. And why would they be spinning? Because the sun heats it up again and evaporates the gas back into a gas for a wee split second and gives it some sort of push. So we can tell it's ice because it has that sort of flickering motion as it's spinning through the space. And the sun's over this direction here, and the light's catching this rotating piece of ice, so it flickers. So the sun's heating it up, and it's going to probably cause it to change directions as either the gas evaporates and pushes it off like steam, and then it freezes again because space is very cold. Also, it could be a impact with radiation, solar wind as well, that causes it to change direction. But also possibly they've got little small jets on the SpaceX here for correction. I'm not sure if it's attached to the space station at the moment. Does it say? And they have little jets that fire that you don't see in the camera, which creates a gas heading towards that particle there, knocks it off direction.
That comes towards the rocket.
So it's like they release some gas off the engine there and push it away again.
The rocket itself, and then does an immediate stop, and then banks back to where it came from. In just the past week,
so they're playing it back and forth here, I think.
We've been seeing multiple cases of UFO sightings, and again, what are we looking at
here?
Here
Comes.
This thing seems to approach the rocket, and then again leave in a quick manner as it came close.
Here it comes.
What do you
fire engine shoots off. Now,
UFO comes in
if you've seen my other video called STS-48, I actually go for analysis of tracking the path, and I prove it is a bit of ice after all, and not actually some UFO that's being fired by a missile or laser beam. It's not that big. It's well worth having a watch. And we can match it up with when they fire the engines as well, which makes it really easy because we've got all the data. Here, this one here, it's very similar to what we just watched. .48 UFO. That's probably one of the better episodes I did actually. Because I do some path analysis in it, which takes a long time. Especially if you do it manually and enhance it. Because it was pretty crappy camera back then. Let's see if I can find the spot. So I go over all the equipment they had and the type of cameras they're using, like a proper investigation, and what the limitations of the cameras were. So it's 28-minute episodes, but I did path analysis here. And also got the angle that the space shuttle was filming. As you can see. I'll just play it. Was it playing there? Yeah, it was. You can see here I'm building up the directions of each of the particles, which way they went. And you can see they're going in crazy different directions. And there's that laser they said was firing, the UFO here. They said this was the UFO, but forgets about all these other particles. And then there's a flash, which is the firing of the engines, and then the particle shoots off that direction. They're saying it was a flash from a laser beam or something, or a rocket. Exactly the same as this video, but when you do proper analysis like this, you see the direction of all the particles on the screen, which way they're going, and line it up with the firing of the engines on the space shuttle. They have little correction rockets. But yeah, I talk about all that, and I've got some other path analysis here as well. As you can see, I go into a bit of detail on it. You don't get a half-ass answer on my channel. And the space shuttle here. That's how it's filming, and the two rockets engines in question. These little rocket engines here were firing to keep correction of orbit, and here's the camera from the astronaut pointing this way. They're in this little module here, I think, and they're looking out the window, filming it that way. But anyway, you can go and watch that properly if you want to. It's one of my better videos. So,
and then thinks about it, and then banks right there to the left. It's an incredible capture. This thing's under intelligent control as far as I'm concerned, not your simple space debris or just a paint chip. What we're looking at is velocity, and then it just slows down to...
So you can see how they talk to people. They sort of plant an idea in your brain that it can't be a paint chip, it can't be water, it can't be ice, and that's how they sucker people.
A complete stop, and then banks right there to the left. That's incredible. And if there was something that were living inside that, you would think that it would just be smell.
See, how can you tell that's spinning? Well, you can see how bright it was when it was up top here, and as it was getting this direction here, it was changing angle to the reflection of the sun. And of course it doesn't reflect back as much to the camera.
Up against the wall. This is incredible because we also have, again, last week, this incredible footage that we were sharing with you. Let's just show it again, because what is going on with SpaceX and the Starlink missions nowadays? Because in this week,
so what else we got
sightings within the past week. Yeah, it's really interesting. We have Elon Musk.
Okay, this one here is more interesting. It's a single light. Now, we've seen city lights before, but this one's a wee bit different, and I don't think it's city lights, so we'll just keep playing it.
Launching these Starlink missions to space, it's unprecedented and it's new. I think the UFOs are definitely
they're not going to play it all.
interested in what's going on and taking a close look. And these anomalies aren't normal. They're abnormal, and we're looking at something.
Okay, so this one here, I want to see more of this one.
Some may speculate other things, like that could be the moon in the background, but definitely this is not the moon, and it's something unordinary.
This one here.
You know, let's bring back the footage that just was filmed within
Now, I
the
didn't
past
analyze
24
it
hours.
myself,
Again,
but
the
I know Scott
SpaceX launched
had
from
found someone online that had spent ages analyzing that one, working out the angles, the time of day, and I believe what he said. I'm not sure if I got it here or not. Probably have to find it on Scott's page, but we'll find it soon. He concluded that it must be certain satellites in lower orbit reflecting the sunlight. You can see how bright it is here. They've changed it. You can see how bright it is here. When they start changing camera angle.
This is not the moon, and
here it is. So you can see the sun is obviously over this side, because you can see it's illuminating this.
It's something
unordinary.
You know, let's bring back the footage that just was.
So I'll see if I can find that on Scott's page. Just see if we can find the video. Looks like he's put up a lot of stuff as well, which I'm probably going to talk about. Which I come to the same conclusions. I wish we didn't have that panel at the top there. It takes up too much space. I've got a lot of noise next door. Again. You might be able to hear it as like rain. It's actually the shower. I know he's got it here somewhere. Is that the one? Nope. That one's quite interesting though. Facebook, no. I'll find it in a minute. Is that the one? What does it say? A hoax in Brazil? No, not that one. Is that the one? SpaceX? No, TR3b. We'll come back to that one. Objects in the night sky. Nope. Where's it gone? Oh, NASA. Here we go. That's about alleged UFOs taken during the latest Crew Dragon mission. YouTube channel APAISS1 published a new good video where they tried to identify the object. So someone actually spent ages on this. So I think it's the same one that they're playing at the moment. Or part of it anyway. I think it's the same video. Different camera angle. But you can see these white dots that we're looking at in the other one too. It's very similar. I think it's in the same location when they dock, and eventually you get a different angle with the things passing underneath. Anyway, this guy here, does a really good analysis on it. I'll paste a link to it. And I mean, this guy really gets into it. Probably worse than me. So the first step is to research location and which direction they're looking. Hallelujah! Someone actually doing some research. Apply some mathematics. Second step, what was that? Understand the view, yep. HD camera, work out which cameras they're using and what the limitations are. Yep. Looking at the sky at the moment, have a zoom in there. Now what was the next step? Different time, now looks at one of them. Okay, now I'm going to look at the object study. This one first, right to the left. Didn't quite see it. Distance between International Space Station and Dragon is a little less than 0.2 kilometers. That too look like ice chunks, but thrusters. They are spinning. Okay, so he's identified some that are ice chunks there. And you can see here, these are the jets that fire that you don't always see in the other videos, which creates a thrust on the ice particles and spins them off. Now he's talking about the satellites up to 500 kilometers high, and he overlays them on the map where the space station is flying, and eventually he identifies two of them, and here we are, the boxy type ones that I've talked about in the past lives. Two are seen passing by on the map, and that's what that one is, and another little dot, which is similar to what these third phase on the moon are showing us, but on a different camera angle, and obviously different time in the day when they're docked maybe. So that looks like it's far away on this particular image before it's docked. But you can see here, he looks up everything, star map and everything. It does a really good job. So yeah, this is why you follow this guy, because you get other information, and it can save you a lot of time researching it yourself. And then you can go and do your own checks if you want to. So what else they got?
Filmed within the past 24 hours. Again, the SpaceX launched from Cape Canaveral, and then this object.
So they drag it out, don't they? So they got something else here. What are we looking at?
A UFO. Third UFO.
There we go, white blob in the sky.
As you can see, today is May 11, 2000.
So who thinks that's a balloon? Who thinks that's a UFO? Or it could be a plane, is the third possibility.
We have said 3 UFOs.
Plane that's flying away.
No.
Again, this is where you use the apps to rule out plane. But balloons don't have any RF chip on them, so unfortunately they don't have call signs. I reckon all balloons should actually have a call sign, so we can actually track where they all go.
You tell me, what is it?
Okay, so we got some clues here. If you look at the wind direction here on the tree here, at least this guy's given us something to go with. You can see it's actually going with the wind. So the wind's going against the tree leaves here. You can see them flex upwards. Just go back a wee bit. Just keep an eye on the tree. See, they're flexing upwards. And this thing's heading with the wind. So it's got to be a balloon, isn't it? And it's constantly floating with the winds, look. Now, if that was stopping, doing crazy maneuvers, or shooting upwards vertically, then we could say that was a UFO. But in this case, it looks like it's going with the wind. I think it's most likely going to be a balloon, then a plane, a small plane that's flying past. But that would have to be checked out with the date and time stamps, and we don't have that, obviously. Let's have a look. Brock's UFO.
It's not a plane, is it?
We got the source that they took it from, but no dates, so we'd have to look on the original video. Is that coming down? Could it be a plane, a small plane coming down to land?
Let's do again a side-by-side comparison. I'm adding a little brightness and contrast to the video to the right. And again, we want to thank the people that are shooting these videos and letting us share it with you.
So I don't know if we can enhance it any better. Maybe we should see if we can find the original. Which one would it be? That's that one. That was quite a good pick. Right. I know sometimes it looked longer than it did circular. And you can't see it there at all. Until he uses digital soon. There it is. And it looks like it's changing shape with the movement. But we'll have a quick look. Eh? Yeah, not yet. No, I'm alright. I was being asked if I want something to eat yet. Okay, still trying to drink my cold cup of tea here. I need my folder. Download folder. Where is it gone? There we go for time. 1.5. Time flies, doesn't it? Okay, so I believe that he wasn't moving when that one was taken, so that's probably closer to the real shape, probably. And you can see it's so out of focus. We want photo. Let's see what the sharpening does. And you can see how it actually creates more artifact. And it doesn't look like a tic-tac now, does it? Now, a lot of that's to do with compression of the MP4, how it works. So the blackness is not actually black, that's not there. Almost looks like a rectangle, doesn't it? In that one. And brightness doesn't do much for us. Does it look like a plane, or does it look like a balloon? That's what we want to know. And I don't think we've got enough details in the graphics to be able to say. But it looks like it's sort of tapering that way. Like a pointy pit. Like you get in a plane, it's sort of tapering off here. So it could be a plane. And you see what I mean there. You can see it's sort of that direction there. Is that like a wing coming out here, maybe? Could be a small plane. Maybe grab another picture. Got it going all over the place because he's holding it. Get it near the tree, I think. Okay. What's that house roofs there? He just like moving around a bit, doesn't he? There we go. I think there we go. He held it steady there for a wee while. Now let's grab that one. If it was a tic-tac, it's certainly not doing anything that the pilot said it's doing, right? There's nothing alien about it or drone about it. So it's sort of just drifting along. And it's heading in the direction of the wind, so it's either a balloon or a plane. It's definitely not alien craft. It's not hypersonic by all means. You can see how long it took to get to the tree here. So let's plug the filters in, see if something pops out. But it certainly has a plane shape to it, and it also has a balloon shape to it. Okay, so that's looking more plane-like, isn't it? Which means that it was changing direction from... We keep the same filters on it, right? Means it was heading more towards us there, and the sun's reflecting off here. And here it's turned sideways to us. So it's gone more elongated. So it's... let's just roll it back there. plane, tail, wing coming off this way. Looks like there's a faint whiteness happening here. Tail, wing. It's like a Learjet or something like that, I think. See, that looks like a wing. See how it's got different band of colour going straight across there with the fuselage. It's definitely plane shape. I wonder if we can plug that into flight trigger. Let's run it through the enhancing. Yeah, starting to see the pixels, right? Doesn't really help as much. I think it's a plane. So yeah, possibly a Learjet. We need to get the right angle. I know they've got certain models too, haven't they? Does sort of have that pointy nose to it there, doesn't it? Not in that one. Go back. So it has that pointy nose happening. I wonder if we can improve it on Flight Tracker. And that's sort of the right angle. You can see here it does sort of go to a triangle shape here with the wings, how they're sort of tipped. Plus you got the wings of the fuel tanks on the ends, which they don't do anymore. They got the bent up things instead. That one's got its landing gear down. So I suppose you could say something like that. In fact, that's the wrong angle though. Let's see, where's a better one? One that's sort of heading away from us slightly. We never ever get the right one, never do. That one's leaning towards. Oh yeah, it could be doing that. Shame it's not brighter. That looks very similar to what we're looking at. See that line that was going across here? That's almost what we're after. So it needs to go slightly away from us. But that will do. Just save that one. Has the guy got any date and time on that video as well? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. June 11th, 2020. So we can plug it into Flight Tracker to see if I'm correct. We'll do that in a minute. Oh, actually, we ain't got time. Date's not good enough. We need time as well. No time. Canada. So it's a long period to try and find something. We can't plug it into flight tracker then. Flight radar. Damn it. Why didn't they give us all the information? Oh well, that counts that out, but anyways, can't prove them correct. I'll just keep that one. Okay. Here we go. I need to brighten it. So there's that line going across here. And a little small tail fin there. I think it's a legit. Not going to get it perfect, but that'll do. Maybe too big. It's almost a close fit there. It's not quite, but pretty good. Working? There you go, look. If you blurred it out, the same as the camera, lose the detail, you could say it's almost 100% fit there. Anyway, unfortunately we can't prove it without all the information, which UFO channels don't give us. This way you submit it to MUFON, so you get the extra information. So we're done with that one. What are these guys talking about? You're not talking about food again, Shelley. You're meant to be talking about UFOs. Is Susan about? I can't keep control of everything that's happening inside there. Stay on topic, guys. Don't want to fill up the side chat with endless nonsense. Okay. And what else we got here?
2000. Don't look fast. Don't look.
Honest, when they're kind of trying to explain what they're seeing, and to me, when we're looking at this very closely, this resembles the Tic Tac.
I knew he was going to say that.
And it is definitely something to say that both of these guys are confused exactly what they see here in within their own eyes. And I gotta say, Raj actually did a pretty good job holding the camera
Yeah,
pretty
it
steady,
seems to
I'm able
move
to
like
get
a
a
plane,
pretty good
doesn't it?
zoom up on this thing, and I don't see anything that would indicate that this is an
I think that would
airplane.
probably be
Yeah, some might
rolling
even
and
say it's a
spinning if it was a
tic-tac.
balloon.
Definitely
So I definitely
resembles
think it's a plane.
what people see, especially the pilots, Navy pilots. They describe the tic-tac shape, and this definitely looks like that. I'm wondering, could it be a plane, and it's a reflection off the side, kind of hiding its
Yeah, you know it is,
fuselage and
Blake.
everything like
Come
that,
on,
and
tell the truth.
covering up the actual plane that might actually be there. But then again, it really doesn't hold.
It's a UFO
hold
mimicking
that,
a
'cause I don't see
plane,
tail
guys.
or wings or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't see any tail or a wing that would indicate that this
No, because he
is...
didn't put it through edited like I just did. I saw the wing and tail. Okay, so what else we got?
Do you see it or not? No. Here, take my glasses. My life.
I
got
think I
this
saw a
on
white blob.
I got cameras hovering in the sky.
No, I don't know what he's looking at.
Bro, trio, look what it's gonna do. It is not going with the wind. It is stable and it keeps realigning into a triangle.
There is no wind. Look how slow the clouds are moving.
Do you not see it?
I see it. But I'm gonna stop looking at it, considering when you end up looking at stuff like this in movies, they go pew pew pew.
Yo. Look, it's gonna disappear behind the clouds now.
Maybe it's a drone.
Victoria. They were realigning. It's in the clouds now.
Again, more people having their eyes on the skies. And
Yeah, so we might be able to see what it is in a minute.
This video up because I didn't see what was being explained by the person on the ground who shot this, and we want to thank the Wall Street Win, another YouTube channel who uploaded this. And this video,
Yeah, he gave you some material to make money off. How many views did he get on it? 44,000 views. So probably $100 out of it.
was captured in the Bronx, and it was captured again just a few days ago. We're going to be supplying the original link, and the Wall Street Win says that he captured something, multiple glowing objects flying in a triangulation, then split
3 objects always form a triangle.
apart and rejoining in formation.
Hey, rejoining sounds like balloons on a cable.
He says eventually the objects went into the cloud and ascended upward. Again,
Like balloons do.
like I said, I wasn't going to share this video, but I was trying to get a really close-up look, and then I kind of saw what he was seeing. So I'm glad I did a little enhancement.
I think there's a couple of white
Definitely there
specks
is that
here.
triangular formation that we all see, and then it does, like
Might
he
be
says,
there.
Transform into one object, and then again
Pixel
into a
UFO,
triangular
guys.
object. Right, what are we
Our
looking at?
favourite.
Could this simply just be balloons? Super
Yes, they're balloons, Blake. You know it is.
high in the sky.
Yeah, whatever we're looking at is thousands and thousands of feet in the air. It's a little
Which balloons tend to go to.
difficult to tell what we're looking at. They could be balloons, but that triangular
You know it's
formation,
balloons,
the way
Brett.
they
Come
separate
on.
and come back together, it seems like
Come back together like they're on a bit of string.
there's intelligence behind it, almost
Intelligent piece of string. Good one, Brent.
like they're a culmination of one instead of different parts of them. It seems that they're
How do these guys come up with such dribble all the time? Unbelievable.
connected.
Yeah, it's
They're
interesting.
connected,
Again,
yes.
we
Balloons
want to
can
thank
be
the people that
connected.
are sharing their videos with us around the world. But
Yeah, thank you guys for helping them make $100 off you.
I'm looking at this and how high these objects are and how it basically hid behind the clouds. Yeah, I want to
Alright, the clouds are there for hiding.
thank the Wall Street Win for sharing his video with us at Third Phase Moon. The original link's below. Let's pull up this SpaceX footage again, because I think
Alright, so the balloons we're done with now.
this is the video of the day, and people are going to be right.
They didn't even zoom, they didn't do any enhancements. We think we see what he was seeing. So where's these triangle formation, guys? Is that it there?
That triangular formation that we all see.
Are they going to do any enhancements on this? No, they're going to SpaceX again. Why did they even bother including it? They got more than 10 minutes where they can put... I suppose they can put extra ad in, I suppose. So where's this triangle formation?
Incredible encounter. Now, let's get to this one. Coming in from the Bronx, I had to do a really close-up zoom
Yeah, where is it then?
in on this, and I'm glad I did. Watch this.
There it is. Is that it? Is that it? We got something. It's very faint. Hey. Is that the best these guys can do? Right? It's terrible. Is it there? Not even sure I got it. There it is. Did I get it that time? Let's just try. That's very faint. Hey, Ken. I didn't see you there before. Thanks for your donation. We need the Telefunds song. We got the Dancing Alien popping up soon, I think. Better save that. I haven't heard it beep, though. Why is it not Dancing Alien? Oh, here we go. Well, that's slow, isn't it? I'll just wait till it finishes, make sure. Man. There it is. So that was like 30, 40 minute behind on the display here. Yeah, look at that. It's almost double our money. Our currency sucks. Anyway, we got that saved now. Let's have a look. I think it might be in there, but has it gone slow on us? Don't you go slow. It's going slow. We don't want slow down. Here it is. 3 balloons. Looks very faint for a craft. And it looks like it could be out of focus as well, which doesn't help. When it goes out of focus, it makes it bigger. Makes it blurry. Looks like 3 balloons so far. And if it's triangle craft, it certainly doesn't look symmetrical. Let's try color swap on it. Not getting a sweet spot on it. There we go. Well, that one looks like it's a balloon that sort of lost some of its inflation. That one looks like it's out of shape balloon as well. Let's try that again. Come on. Here we go. Looks like there's something connecting. You can see it's really bad. It's very hard to enhance it. But it's better than what Third Phase of the Moon did. Does look like a balloon shape here with something coming down. Looks like that one's connected. Not too sure if that one's connected or not. But it looks like 3 balloons, doesn't it? I don't know if it's worth looking at any more snaps or not.
It's a UFO. Victoria, it's 3 lights right.
I think it's rotating too there.
Look at it. Victoria's hovering. Victoria's
You could stay on it, mate.
hovering right there. I'm not turn around and stand up, Victoria.
We lost it now.
It's right there hovering together.
There we go.
Do you see it or not? No. Here, take my glasses. My
damn. I got a pop-up message. Yeah. Looks like it's rotated there, doesn't it, guys? We're now seeing 2.
life.
And then 3 of them got closer together there, for looks of it.
I got.
And it's got further apart again. Keep on it, mate. Keep on it. See, he's filming it the wrong direction. Makes it really hard to keep it in frame.
Bro, trio, look what it's gonna do.
Oh look, they're all going in a straight line here.
It is not going with the wind. It is stable and it keeps realigning into a triangle.
It keeps rotating, mate. Look, it's rotating now. See that? Looks like it's going in that direction.
Do you not see it?
I see it. But I'm gonna stop looking at it, considering when you end up looking at stuff like this in movies, they go pew pew pew.
Yo.
Anyway, 3 balloons. You can see it rotating there, changing shape between the blobs. So yeah, was there anything else on Third Phase that we need to look at? Nope. Nope. Let's take a walk in the woods. Nope. I think that's it. They don't seem to put up as much as they usually do. So we can get done with them now. Alright, this brings us on to Mr. UFOman. I wonder if he's deleted the video. Let's refresh it and see if it's disappeared. No, still got it up. Anyway, let's have a watch of it. And he's got a crazy new opening, Laser Man. Hang on. Oh no, he's still got. Oh no, look, he might be watching me. He's removed some of his caps. Hang on, but has he got in the description? No, it's all caps. Well, he's sort of halfway there. UFOman. I don't think he would have done that. He's not that intelligent. So who did that for him? Alright, so what are we looking at here, guys? So let's go through the list. TR3b. Formation of UFOs. Birds. Drone. Plane. Lights. And you can see it's out of focus at the moment, but we'll just go through a list. Plane lights. Chinese lanterns. LED balloons. Lead kite. Okay, so which one do you think it's going to be? Also, we have to play it in slow motion. Needs to be seriously stabilized. Yeah, where's the ground reference? Let's see how fast it's traveling in the sky. So, it doesn't look like birds. Doesn't look like a drone, although it could be. It's not sort of tilting like a drone. Certainly looking like a lead kite. With the LEDs on the edges of the triangle shape. Doesn't look like a typical TR3b where you get the 3 pins of lights in the corner and a single light in the middle. And we got no reference point, and it looks like it's just these people must know what they're filming, because it looks like it's just going to stop filming it. Right, you normally would film a UFO until it flies away, so that tells me that it's a hoax, and I think it's one of these LED lights. So lead kite. So which one will it be? So how many lights on the corner are we looking at? Try to get it to stop in the right place. Terrible filming. One, two, three, four, maybe 5. And that one's on a different angle. So if it's a kite, it's probably got a cable coming down this direction. So we're looking one with 5 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one already. Looks like it could be that one. And maybe it's only that one. That one seems too bendy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bird-shaped one. I think we found it. That's similar to this one. Different paint job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saying 1. And it's the only one that's got the bright single color. These ones are all multicolor. I suppose you can get black ones so they don't shine up, the lights don't reflect off the white. So we want a black version of it, really. But no doubt you can get any color you want. So let's type that in. See if it comes up. Here we go. Not that one though. That's too curvy. Here we go. One in the sky. That's not the one though. That's too straight. It's got to be something like one of these ones here, but black is what we want. And it's not going to give it to us, is it? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that one because it's got multiple colors. But you can see here, there's a good example though of a kite. What does it say? 558 shining LED lights for kites. There you go. And you can't see the skin off the kite there. Get the right angle, and you got the same as what's in that video here. Now I believe Scott, when I was flicking through, did that one too. We'll have a look at his stuff now. Anyway, so we'll get rid of UFOman. I'm not sure if it's really worth looking at more of his ones. But you can see this guy doesn't do any investigation. Balloons, out of focus. Tic-tac, plane. Fata Morgana, is it? 3 fast triangles. Could be birds or something. Might have a look at that one in a minute. What else we got? More lights in the sky, which looks like flare drop over a beach. Or skydivers. Might come back to that one. That one looks like it could be balloons. Balloons, balloons, balloons. So let's see what thing said. Scott Brandos. Might just make it bigger to make it easier to read. That's quite an interesting one here about the color of meteorites. So they got different chemicals in it, or elements: sodium, magnesium, iron, oxygen, and green. But he hasn't actually got green on here. It's got blue, magnesium. So what would be green? Yeah, it looks like a meteorite, doesn't it? Coming down. Burning up. Yes, so is it? It's none of those colours there though. Let's just type in what chemical makes green. Got sidetracked here for a minute. Nickel shows as green. There you go. And we know that nickel and iron meteorites are very common. And also magnesium as blue-white. So it wasn't that, it was green. So that was a nickel one. Come on, Scott, you should have put nickel on there. Western Australia, eh? That's interesting. I've seen fireballs like that, but they only burn up last in the sky in New Zealand like a few seconds and then they're gone. It's like a big explosion. What's that talking about? Balloons again? What's we got here? Appearance of a mysterious white object. Sounds like a weather balloon, doesn't it? What's Scott saying? A weather balloon with a payload. Okay. Is that the enhanced picture? Or did Scott add that on the end? And we know planes fly where you see weather balloons. Alright, so it's just repeating it there. Oh, here we go. Is that the same one? It's got a kite. He's found the black one that I was looking for. The rat bag, he found it. I didn't find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone.
I got it on my phone!
Oh my god, is that video?
Yeah. Ray, zoom in. Like, use your fingers.
Oh, no way.
No
way, Kayla!
No way,
Ray.
man.
I got it on my phone. 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 She got it on the
Okay, it's repeating it. Some people get excited over lead kites. Huh? So the alien guy has died, unfortunate. To home. That's one of my favourite movies, The Alien. Many asked on Facebook about this video, Abigail. England, okay. The Red Dome. Oh yeah, this one's quite good. A lightning storm, and you can start to see something forming. Obviously it's going to be atmospherics, right? Oh no, it proves the Earth is flat, and there's the dome. Here it comes, it's starting to form now. We've got an ice cloud in front here. Look at that. Oh. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that. I've seen rainbows, but I've never seen that happen. So that's got a special name. Monochromatic red rainbow. So it's still a rainbow. Red dome. So that's quite a good one. That one we've talked about in the past. What else? Oh, this is ridiculous. Was it from a movie? There's a CGI video made with Cinema 4D. Is exposed here on Facebook. In this case, what's it say there? Yep, the guy has said it's made with 3D software. There you go. So how many people out there thought that was real? Skinny Bob. What year was that made? Does it say? Because that looks like more advanced than Skinny Bob. 2017. So there you go. The technology is improving. Of course, we know that can't be a real UFO video because it's not spud cam. It's in focus. That's good though. Aliens are no good at shaking hands, though. And don't they get cold without any clothing on? Normally they got the skin type clothing on. What else we got here? JC, Blue Beam Technology. Jesus Christ. That's a CGI video. I've looked at that one before, I think. CGI. There you go. It's amazing what people spend their time doing, doesn't it? And of course we've seen that one before. So that's us up to date with UFO interest, I think. Yep. So we can get rid of him now. And that brings us to these guys. BoneClinks. Who sent me that? Was it Ron? Or was it Ken? Or was it Countryman? Is Countryman here on the side today? Might get rid of that there. I think I'm slowing this down a wee bit. The CPU's peaking up a bit. It's taking ages just to delete a file. We've still got 8 likes and 8 watching, so that can't be too bad. I think we made it up to 10 or 11 watching, which is not too good, not too bad. Ken's joining us. She finally woken up. The tongue to come out and get the cricket. And keeping an eye out on Project Bluebeam, but don't think that was it. There were meant to be some papers. Alien scientists said that the university was mucking around with it, but I can tell you, they've been mucking around with lasers and projecting 3D images for a long time. But to project it into the sky like that, to form an image, it's not possible. If you have a look at even the miniature ones, they've got the beams reflecting off mirrors and controlled by sophisticated computer software to map out where the particular atoms in the air are moving, or group of atoms to reflect off, and it's all surrounded around the object. It's not actually projecting it up in the sky like it's free forming, so it has to be either around an object or inside an object. But yeah, I don't think free floating is possible, not without seeing the laser beam anyway, and it'll be like single color as well. So whereabouts where we're getting to. So these guys here, I'm not too sure who sent it to me now, but there's going to be a UFO on it. So let's see, how many seconds is it? 1 minute.
SpaceX.
Oh, actually playing music on your video, you dorks. Yeah. Oh.
Like some weird ass writer.
Copyright infringement. There's the object in the sky. Bird, plane, balloon, UFO. What do you reckon? So we got the windscreen here that he's aiming the camera through, which you can see the marks on the window, and lens flare. I think it's repeating, is it? Oh no. So we might just get a screen grab of it. Hopefully it won't unmute. I use the spacebar, unmutes it on this program. Normally use the spacebar to try and get a frame. Here it is here. Hey, let's just grab some frames from it and have a look. So it could be a blimp as well, I suppose. Goodyear blimp, or advertising balloon. Is it saving it? I just closed that down too. I have to reopen it. Okay, so what do you reckon? Doesn't look like a blimp. Could be a bird. It could be a balloon. Oh, it's a Klingon starship. Okay, so let's see if we can enhance it. Still could be a bird, you see here. The wing, body, some sort of raven or vulture that's gliding on air current. Let's try a color swap. See, that there could be just artifact due to compression of the camera again. So that's half the problem, is trying to. You can see it looks like it's out of focus too. See, it's starting to look like more of a bird shape there. There's the wing going up there. And that blob here is actually a reflection of the light of the object being overexposed. I don't think it's a balloon. Kind of looks like wings in motion there, slight blurriness to it. Does look like a hawk or something like that, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see what else we can grab. Okay, who's going? Mr. Spock. Okay, good night. Let's just carry on with this one. See if it rotates or anything. Looks like it's coming down. Looks like the shape is constant, like it's gliding. Has it flapped its wings there? I don't know if you can grab that one. You would think it might be a speck on the window, but it looks like it's definitely moving there. Looks like it's changed shape, hey guys. And we're not seeing that white blob artifact. It's there, but it's dimmed down. That looks like a mess, like it's flapped its wings for another glide. There you go. And it's also changed direction slightly there. It looks like the tail coming out this way, wing, and it's bent this way. So I think we're looking at body coming down here. Looks like the tail fin coming out this way. Looks like, yeah, the other wing's going out this way. It's fading. The head of it looks like it's here. Part of the body. Looks like the wing coming up here. And maybe bending down a wee bit. It's definitely not a balloon. Yeah, we'll just keep on going, see what else we get. Where's it gone to? Up there? It comes into focus now. Keep it steady, man. That must be a fairly big bird though. Vultures are quite big. Ravens can be quite big too. Looks like it turned and flew away, didn't it? So as it was turning that direction, got to be a raven. It seems the right size, you know, flying across the busy highways. Maybe I did that case that was TR3b, that Tyler said it was a TR3b. I looked at it and I could see like the claws of the raven coming down on one frame. And I showed it to Il, who actually got the case number himself, and he looked at my stuff, went to investigate it, went to the location, and sure enough this big black raven swooped down across where they were. And he says, yeah, the area was full of these big raven birds, which are bigger than crows. So yeah, I think we could put that one to rest, that it was actually a big bird of some kind. Vultures are actually quite big too. Not too sure what their location was. We still got UFO. Oh, I was going to go back to him when I sort of skipped. Whereabouts are these guys, do you know? Doesn't say. Anyway, let's close that down. So if you have a look at a vulture, they're quite big. Like that, you see. Looked like it had little things on the end of its wings. And there's that bend. Kind of look like in that picture there. There you go, gliding. That's a nice shot. There's another good swoop of the wings. Now, whereabouts they were, I don't know. But I know they're in Arizona, aren't they, in California? Raven. Oh. That's a possibility. I like that one there. But you see where I'm going. So yeah, we probably can get rid of that now. See, there's the flight gliding. There's that bend in the wing happening there. Now that's a good one, you know. That was the best angle that we had of it. Wing 2, which is probably slightly bent, coming down this way. Not that way. And you got that curve in the middle there. I know I was going to stuff it up. But yeah. Another one bites the dust. 2 hours. Okay, UFOman before we get on to the next one. So where was that one I was going to look at? That one there, probably. Oh yeah, that one there, I think it was. Yeah. Alright, so what are we going to look at here? There we go, birds flying right across. Come on, you could tell that was birds. Come on. Seagulls. He's got it in slow motion here. Let's see if we can get a frame. It's very blurred, motion blur. Of course, we ain't got it playing at normal speed, have we? No. Yeah, let's cut it, enhance it, because this guy hasn't done anything. Who doesn't believe that's bullets? There must be someone out there. Yes, I suppose I could start a UFO channel that's put up crap like this and have 30,000 followers. Okay, so you're saying it's a triangle craft, or 3 triangle craft, was it? What was he saying it was? 3 fast triangles. And calls birds a triangle shape. Okay. Probably need to zoom in a bit more. Motion blur, LUFOs. You see how washed out it is. Motion blur, rolling shutter. Okay, still very hard to see. Brightness. Probably need to cut that out there, maybe. That one looks like they're all different shapes, aren't they? I'm not sure how they get those to be triangles. UFOs. Yeah, not getting. Let's zoom in a bit more on these ones here. Yeah. Looks like seagulls, doesn't it? Gliding past. So what's the maximum speed a seagull can glide? I think I looked it up before. It's quite fast. Speed of a seagull gliding. I reckon 28 miles, but we got what do you call parallax effect, where it looks like they're going faster. The goal descends at steep angle, but it could be some other seabirds, of course. What's the fastest? Seabird. Frigate bird. Huh? There you go. I suppose that's why they named the ship after it, does it? 95 miles per hour. That's pretty good. Now, what does it look like? You could give us a picture. Ah, the Peregrine, isn't it? Peregrine Falcon. Golden Eagle. And of course, it doesn't give us this one that we wanted. You suck, Google. Well, that webpage does anyway. So let's see. Frigate bird. There we go. Ooh, that's got a funny wobbly thing in front of it. Yeah, it's all around America there. Africa, Australia. Where was it filmed? Crab and trawler. Baltic Sea. That's up in the picture there, wasn't it? Baltic Sea. That's it's in the area there, is it? Let's see. Baltic. Of course, the information might be wrong. Okay, so it's up further. It's not on the map here. Should be up here. Ah, right, it's color coded, is it? Let's see, Baltic Sea. Let's see if they live up there. Oh, here we go. Well, it does sort of mention Baltic Sea with the birds. So it must go up there too, I'd say. But is that the bird? I don't know. Anyway, just have a quick look here again. Wouldn't say they're triangles. Kind of looks like a bird head here, wing, tail there. Looks like the belly of a bird here, wing going up here. I don't know if we can sharpen it. Birds flying on an air current. Certainly not regular shape for UFOs anyway. What can I see? Sharpener. Sharpener. Got so many options, and I only used a few of them. Yeah, just as I thought. That's as bad as the other one was. Could it be jet planes even? That kind of has a jet plane look there, doesn't it? And we just don't hear the sound of it passing. 3 jet planes flying low. So it's possible. Won't discount it. Does look like it's got a tail fin going up there. That could explain why it's really fast in the picture. That kind of looks like a F-18. Would they be flying that close to a ship though? Let's have a look at the video again. So either birds or planes, definitely not UFOs. Does look far away though, so they're not actually close to the ship. Is there any sound? Is that a jet sucking here in the background? I don't know if we can amp it up a bit. I can hear jets, I think. Could be planes. Hear that noise. That sound like jets. If the wind's blowing away that direction, they're not going to sound too loud. Can we amp it up even more? They'll probably start crackling. I hear a type noise like you'd get with planes. I reckon it's 3 fighter jets actually. The video sucks though. And you ain't got no source link. Anyway, I think it might be 3 jets now. 3 jets or 3 birds. Just close that down. I'll close those down anyway. I first thought those were small scavenger birds that hang around ships. Well, we can look it up. Scavenger birds. I'm going to spell it. Scavenger birds. Time's flying, isn't it? They look a bit like a vulture. Bird scavenger. I think that's a general term. Is that what they're called? Maybe I misspelled it here, but it looks like I corrected it. Yeah, it's not giving us what we want. Scavenger bird. If that's the name of it. There you go, black winds. Is that it? What's it say there? It looks like a pelican. Yeah, ugly thing. Not sure if that's what you mean. But yeah. It's normally seagulls that normally hang around fishing trawlers, right? If that's what you mean. But yeah, I think, you know, the shape of it there did fit a plane on one of the better images there. Taken away the motion blur and that it would have been stretched probably a wee bit. It's hard to tell though. Quality's sucky. You can see it's a few pixels on that far away shot here. And it did sound like some jet engines, really faint though. You can hear it in the headset like. Yeah, I figured that you might mean seagulls or something like that. But anyway, what else we got? Glitch in the Matrix. Did we have a look at that one before? Oh, It's going to be really loud now. Amped it up. A MUFON jet, is it? Which is we call rolling shutter and motion, which corrupts it. So yeah, what's abnormal about that? Out of focus. Motion rolling shutter. We know it's coming top to bottom, so if you move your camera up slightly, it's going to make it strange looking fatter. Yeah, it's back to normal again. Yeah, I just don't see what they're trying to get at here. Just normal camera artifacts, right? That's a UFO cloaking. Yeah, see, you got the rolling shutter. So this is what I'm saying about these guys. They need to watch my channel so they can at least learn some basics, you know. 81 likes on that. Ridiculous. Remain still in the sky. Your car's traveling towards it, mate. Glitch in the matrix. Plane coming into land. And car's traveling towards it. Optical illusion. Still going past the car. How stupid is that video? Holographic universe. Parallax, yes. Love this channel. Downvote. 3. Another video of a plane doing the same thing. Someone said illusion there. I know. Helium balloon. I thought I saw someone said illusion. Oh yeah, they did. Good one. Possibly. So this guy just puts that garbage just to get money from it. He needs to be slapped. They need public flogging. Okay. Let's have a look at this one here. Street lights. And could it possibly be a plane coming? I thought I saw a red light there. There it is, suddenly coming in. Could it be a plane, guys, with a collision avoidance flashing strobe? Yeah, look at that. Every 1 second, I think it is. Out of focus. In focus. In focus. Here we go. What are we getting? What are we gonna get? No, can't keep it still. Here we go. Oh, oh. Yeah. Well, if we can keep it still enough, we might be able to get a clue. I think it's turning. Yeah. Rolling shutter. Keep it still, keep it still. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it still. There we go. Go on, get it in frame. Now, is it a plane or is it a helicopter? I don't think it's a drone. I was hoping to see some other colour lights here. But it looks like it's far away. Again, this is where plane finder comes in handy. Do we know the date and time? We know the date, but we never know the time. UK. So that's got to be the undercarriage here, heading this way. Tail light. Tail light. Landing gear light. Wingtip light. Well, inside wing. And that one there is a wingtip one, which I think is a different colour. But we can't quite see it. And obviously we've got some motion blur. Let me just cut that out, see if we can see any enhancements. Because if he's moving it around like this, the light's positions are going to change because we've got rolling shutter. Artifact creeping in. And cheaper phones are worse for it too. You know, they've got slower sensors, scan rates on the phone. I think I did one on a really cheap phone I had from the warehouse, as we call it. When I was filming my t-shirts, you can see me just moving around looking at the t-shirt. That was corrupting the whole image. It was really bad. But that's all I had to film. It's on my channel somewhere. I was filming my secure team UFO one, Cube one, I think it was. Let's see if we can. It does look like where the belly of the plane would be here, the wing coming out this way, and the tail light. Does look like there's a solid shape happening there. Yeah, CPU's mucking around. Well, there you go. You can see the other wing. So it's on a tilt. It's on a tilt here. The other wing, some reflections happening off it there. It's got to be a plane. And there we go. Of course, it's not those colors, so we're doing color swap for different shades of white. and red. But does look like it's attached to a wing there, doesn't it? But yeah, but it's not getting any body sort of popping out, but it looks like it's on something here. Now which way is it going? I think that's the nose. It's coming out this way. It has to be a plane. So let's bring up a picture of a passenger jet 737 lights. One of the most common planes at the moment. There we go. It's actually got a red one on the tail as well. Shame we can't see the rest of it. And it's got a white red. And you can see the other one could be green. That looks more white. Could that be like a green blue color coming in there? So that looks like it's next to the red light. That looks like it's inside. Looks like the wing part coming up here. Looks like a... Yeah, might have to get a better image. Of course, we want some nighttime lights. Here we go. That's a good one here. And fog, by the looks of it. So you can see how much the tail is lit up here. White light there, and I think there's one inside here too. So could the plane be going away from us? Have we got a better one than that? Probably not. See all the different angles you can get. We need a library of images, really. But you can see it was pulsing there in the video. Yeah. See, it could be flying away from us. It has to be a plane. Yeah, just can't find the right image there. But anyway. They could be flying away from us. Just trying to think of how the angle would be though. Anyway, it's not worth worrying about. It's got to be a plane. We would need more information on that one to plug it into flight radar. May 29th. UK. But we got no time. So what did these guys say? Military, space cops. Doesn't know anything, just puts it up. Garbage. Okay. What else we got? Looks like MUFON got left behind again today, but looks of it. Yeah, I'll do a catch-up one. I'll go and do one next week for sure. After Roberts, give it a couple of days, and then I'll do something. You get further and further behind. We looked at these ones last time. What's that ridiculous one here? Reflection on a window? What are we looking at? Put on slow motion. Oh look, it's going over the tree, is it? Of course, you've got to watch out for rolling shutter effect where it can actually do that. I see it's moving all over the place. Could that be one of those sun dogs that you get? What do you call it? Where it creates one either side of the sun. Reflects off ice crystals in the atmosphere. What's it called? Elliptical something or other. Or is it simply just a hoax with a reflection in the window? A couple of ceiling lights. 3 ceiling lights. Not really doing much, is it? Sundog or ceiling lights. What's he saying it is? Pulsating triangle lights. Norway. Okay. I'm not convinced at all that it's not inside a building with a glass window. Let's see, let's just grab a snap of that and see if we can see any telltale signs of it being on glass. Also, does he stop filming it? Or do they simply fade out? I'll just save that one. Okay, let's keep going. Car window, maybe? I see, he's applying stupid filters on it, which don't add anything to it. You can change the colours, make it look pretty. So it could be a sundog, so let's just bring up that one. Sundogs. Let's see. There you go, look, like that. Where it creates it in an arch. Sundog. That one you can see more of a circular thing, but you can see here some of them don't form that nice perfect curvature effect happening. Looks very similar to some of these ones, right? So it could be that, or it could be reflection. What do you think out there? Let's have a look. Well, being in Norway, it's got the icy conditions and the sun and the right angles to be able to form that. Yeah, bacon sandwich would be great. Thanks. But we're going to wrap up soon anyway. So, are we seeing the arch going around? Sundog. I don't think it's UFOs. Well, it looks like it's behind the tree there. Let's reset that. Definitely looks like it's behind the trees, doesn't it? So rule out reflection. So it's got to be Sundog. Okay. CPU is starting to play up now. But it can't get that arch that we're looking for. Ah, look, the CPU's stuffing up on me. Can't get the frying adjustment when it plays up. Let's try lighten. No, it looks like it's behind the tree. It's got to be Sundogs. See, there's the circular thing happening here. Yeah, it's just mucking up, unfortunately. Looks like it's in atmospherics. I'm sure this guy would have known what it was. Just close that down, it's playing up. So it's got to be something like this. That first one at the top here. Need one that pans away a bit more. It's actually got certain names for it too. Why won't it come up? Let's see. Sundog, Sundog. Left and right one, sun in the middle. But you don't get to see all those. 22 degrees halo, that's what I was thinking of. And Sun Cave is another one it's called. Superlateral. That's very similar. That one's faded out a wee bit though. I'm sure there'll be one that matches it. What's happened here? We want one behind trees. Where's some trees? Not too far apart there. That one you can see the archway. Getting closer, but then you can see the arch thing. Yeah, I think it's sundogs. But anyway, sort of got that blurring out going up the top here. And he stops filming it, right? They don't simply go away. Where's the original? Have we got original? MUFON. Here we go. Great. Doesn't link to the video. And it's called Latest UFOs. Where's the MUFON case number? I've gone and clicked off it now. Well, I might have to wrap it up on that. The last thing I want to talk about is LBRY.TV. I've joined this new alternative video platform and I'll set up some videos on it. Spent like 5 hours last night just to put up 13, is it? And basically, you have to get credits to be able to upload. So I've put up some of the more popular ones here, and also exposing Tyler. We've got Shelley's interview there. Tyler again. What's happened to that one? Oh, this must be an ad. Third Phase, 2 Third Phase debunks, and Dr. Greer, and 1 UFOproof one. Thanks. So yeah, how do we get to that invite? Doesn't have invite, does it? But it should be an invite link. I think I've put it on here on the About tab now. At the bottom. So if you click on that, you can go and join it. It looks very promising platform. We've got to get away from YouTube. YouTube is really for frauds. They've taken it over, and it's just hard to get even seen on it because they're not helping the censor and suppressing. So if you click that one on YouTube, then it redirects with the proper link, and then you can just sign up, and it will give me some more credits to upload without paying. So they're using like a Bitcoin thing. I think you can make money watching, I think. I'm not sure how it all works, but you're meant to be able to make money with it. And you can resell the bitcoins. Now, anyone can create a bit currency now and get it listed, right? I'm not sure if it's playing very well. They still need more seed boxes, and they don't have streaming for it yet. So it's early days. But we'll give it a test. We're streaming at the same time, so.
I mean, other times it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, well, you're seeing most of my debunks on stuff, and I'm trying to educate people how to, you know, look at their own. Took a wee while, but it looks like it's playing all that one okay. It's hard to get people, to look at things truthfully and with a out of the mind box, you know, look at it from a fresh perspective.
My dad, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I think so.
His brother was Robert Anderson, who was a very famous cardiologist. He was Walt Disney's cardiologist.
Right.
So he and another guy by the name of Dr. K, they invented.
So that's my first interview with LBRY from MUFON, South California, chief investigator, and he makes all these UFO models up. I think he buys them and glues them together and stuff. I don't think he actually makes it from bits and pieces like I do. But yeah, that's playing alright. The app that you download for various platforms is a lot better. The Windows one needs some work. I haven't tried Android. And I'm not too sure why this is stuck up here. But I can't seem to close it. Seems a bit buggy. Full screen maybe. There we go. So it's got a few bugs in it, but it's not too bad. Let's see, does it search UFOs? Because when I searched, none of my ones come up. And this morning when I was trying it, it was coming up blank. UFOs. We got it right this time. You see, it's coming up nothing. Alright, there it is. And I don't think my ones are listed there. Alright, they are showing up now. A couple of them. Maybe it just takes a wee while for it to index it or something. So yeah, I'll keep adding stuff to it, see how it goes. And eventually maybe we can get away from YouTube. Serves them right, really. Of all creators left, all their big creators left, right? They still have Anderson Cooper. And CNN News, because that's what people really want to go and watch. So what was on UFO Stalker? I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, so we got some stuff. I think we may have looked at that one though. All those tic-tacs. So we can go through it again. It looks like some of them we might have already covered. Next time. I'll do a midweek one to catch up on that. Because I'm no doubt there's going to be more stuff to talk about. Okay, we'll just wind up for today. Hey, 11 likes. Haven't been catching up on the side. I've been really rude, haven't I? What's that word, racist, in there? What are you talking about? Yeah, I couldn't spell UFOs. I'm typing on the side here. Yeah, YouTube is sucky at the moment. I'm actually eating a bacon sandwich now. It's lovely. A nodding dog? What are you talking about? Oh, yep. Jet coming in to land. Yep. Yep. Caught most of that. Well, battery left. You'll be lucky to get Wi-Fi working under 20% battery. It turns it off. I think we've sort of covered most of those. Balloons. Anyway, looks like it's all good. So I'll say good night now. Thanks for viewing and joining in debunks. Please like and share. Although YouTube it's not going to help us. Only way to get notice if other people post it around their socials. It's the only way you're going to grow. And of course this is why YouTube channels work together, and the big channels can actually advise people of new channels out there. Of course they're not going to promote my one, are they? I don't think Blake Cousins is ever going to promote me, or Tyler for that matter. So I'll just wrap up now. I might just, speaking of UFOs and jets today, let's just do that one. Did it come up? Here it comes. And then I'll end credit it. Hey, good night, people. Let's get that rolling now. CPU plugging a bit. Oh yeah, CPU's beacon. Hopefully you enjoyed what I did today. It's all unrehearsed.